But we'll start in a comfortable seated position, so whether that's a cross-legged or a kneeling pose, right, whatever is most comfortable for you. And I always like to lift my seat a little bit because ideally you want the hips above the knees, and that helps you lift the spine a little bit taller. And you guys are also free to turn the video off. I like to see you, so feel free to leave it on, but if you'd like to turn it off, that's okay also. And then just take a couple seconds to get settled. Draw the shoulders back and down and lift the spine tall. And start to draw your awareness to your breath and to your mat. And allowing any distractions of the morning to leave your mind, and any thoughts about the rest of the day to leave your mind. So giving yourself permission to take this 45 minutes just for yourself, for your self-care, for your break, for your escape from the rest of your day. Relaxing the muscles of the face. And bring the hands to the center of the heart. You can keep the eyes closed or just a soft gaze. And from here, hook the thumbs and reach the arms up. Good. Draw the tailbone down, draw the navel in, and find a little tug of war between the thumbs to energize the fingertips and reach through the fingertips, stretch through the sides of the waist, but draw the shoulders away from the ears. Good. On your next inhale, reach back just a touch. And then exhale, release the thumbs, circle the arms back, and let the hands meet at the center of the heart. Now hook the thumbs the opposite way, so it probably feels a little bit weird because it's our non-habitual way. Inhale, reaching up and hold. Root the tailbone down, draw the navel in, little tug of war between the thumbs. Feel how that energizes the triceps and the fingers. Stretch through the sides of the waist, but draw the shoulder blades down the back. Good. Inhale, reach back just a little bit. And then exhale, release the thumbs, circle the arms down and let them land on your thighs, and let the eyes close again. And just take a few breaths to observe just those small movements, any effect they might have had on the body. Allow the breath to deepen and fill the belly, the sides of the waist, and the back of the waist. Eyes gently blink open. Reach the arms out to the side, fingertips gently touching the mat. And as you inhale, float the palms to face up, bring the arms up, palms touch. And stay here, interlace the fingers, and then press the palms up toward the sky. So again, stretching through the sides of the waist, draw the navel in, and bring energy into the arms. So we're a little energizing afternoon, lunchtime flow here. What your arms do has a lot to say about your practice. So let's really focus on engaging the arms here, or it has a lot to say about the energy of your practice. So since we're kind of trying to make a little more energizing flow, squeeze those triceps, press the arms up, inhale, reach up and back just a touch. Good, exhale, release the arms, circle them around, palms touch. Inhale, palms lift up again, and interlace the fingers the opposite way, so opposite arm on top, and press the palms up, draw the navel in. Again, energy through the sides of the waist, hug the triceps in towards the bone, press the palms up. Good, as you inhale, reach back just a touch. Good, exhale, circle the arms all the way down and back to meet at the center of the heart. And then we'll come to a tabletop position from here. So if you're on a block or a pillow, you can scoot it out to the side. Bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under hips. Let's tuck the toes here to get a little more stretch through the feet as you press the heels back. And just beginning with some gentle cat-cows. As you inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, gaze up. And then as you exhale, round the back. Look towards your belly button and push the mat away. Good. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, gaze up. And then exhaling round. And just continue at the pace of your own breath. Notice how you feel as you start to bring gentle movements into the body. If there's anywhere you're tight, if there's anywhere you're stiff, just notice it. But also notice if there's any places that feel good. Right? Don't just focus on what's tight or what's stiff. Good. After your next exhale, let's come back to a neutral spine. Draw the navel in and tuck the tailbone. Extending the right leg behind you. Keeping the toes pointed towards the mat, so spin the inner right thigh up toward the sky. Draw the navel in and reach the left arm forward. Thumb is pointing toward the sky. Now energize this pose, so flex your right foot, reach through the right heel, and reach through the left fingertips as you spread the left fingertips out on the left hand. Keeping the neck in line with the spine. Good, take one more inhale. Exhale, tap your right toes down on the mat. Keep the right leg straight. Inhale, reach the left arm up, coming into a twist. Again, spread those left fingertips out. Your arms say a lot about the energy level of your practice, so keep them really active for this 45 minutes here. Draw the left ribs back, gaze up if it's comfortable, and press through that back heel. Go ahead, take one more inhale here. Exhale, float the left hand down, float the right knee back to tabletop. Take any small adjustments so that the wrists are still under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Draw the navel in, and we'll come right into the left side. So extend the left leg behind you, lift the leg to hip height, spin the inner left thigh up toward the sky, draw the belly in, and reach your right arm forward. Good, so active arms and legs. Press through that left heel, reach through the right fingertips, spread the right fingers out. Draw the navel in, breathe in and out through the nose. Good, take one more in-breath here. Exhale, tap the left toes down on the mat. Inhale, the right arm reaches up for a twist. Good, draw the right side of the rib cage back, gaze up if it's comfortable. Press through the back heel, spread the fingertips out. Beautiful, guys. Nice deep breaths. Relax your face. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, lower the right hand down, left knee down. And walk the hands a couple inches ahead of the shoulders, setting up for a modified version of chaturanga. Draw the navel in, tuck the tailbone. And as you exhale, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down to your bellies, one piece. Point the toes. Gently press the hands down, hug the elbows together. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Pull the belly away from the mat, engage your core. Press up through tabletop. Keep that core engaged and stepping back to plank pose. Good, keeping the shoulders over the wrist. Press back through the heels. Reach the chest forward as you draw the shoulder blades down the back. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, send the hips up and back, but with bent knees. So do a bent knee, downward facing dog. Really bent knees. Inhale, come forward to plank. Draw the navel into the spine. Shoulders come over the wrist. Exhale, really bent knee version of down dog. Press the hands down as you shift the hips back. Press your hips away from your bottom ribs. Stretch through the sides of the waist. Good. Inhale, back to plank. Keep the belly in, navel engaged. Exhale, bent knee down dog. Press the hands into the mat. Reach the hips back and hold here. So find as much length as you can through the arms, through the sides of the waist. Press down through all 10 fingers. Rotate the elbow creases forward and hug your triceps in towards the bone. Take an inhale here. And on your next exhale, slowly start to straighten the knees. Maybe you pedal out the feet a little bit. Good, breathing there. Beautiful, looking good. Make any movements or wiggles or just scoot, kind of move around in your down dog just to feel it out. See how you feel. Maybe shift the hips, shift the shoulders, or just hold it. However you're feeling these next few moments. Good. On your next inhale, come back to plank pose. We'll take one more modified chaturanga. Lower the knees. As you exhale, keep the elbows hugged in, lower all the way to the mat. And you can keep this option through the rest of the class. Point the toes, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, pull the belly in with an engaged core. Press to tabletop. And then to a bent knee down dog. Pause here for an inhale, reach the hips back. And as you exhale, straighten both legs out and hold a more static position of downward facing dog. Beautiful, ladies. Inner thighs spinning back, reaching those heels down, and shake your head out a little bit here. Shake it out, yes. Shake it out, no. Good, very nice. And then from here, very mindfully and slowly, like it's a little moving meditation to the front of your mat. Take a little step forward with your right foot, a little step forward with your left foot, a little step forward with your right. So very slowly but mindfully walk to the front of your mat. Treat it like a little moving meditation. Bend the knees as you need to. Take your time. And then once you're there, take your feet as wide as your mat. Nice bend to the knees so that your torso kind of hugs to those inner thighs. Hold on to opposite elbows and just sway from side to side. And use your arms to kind of draw down on those elbows and let the weight of your upper body just release down toward the earth. And then switch the crossing of the elbows. So just switch to your non-habitual grip and take a couple rocks from side to side. Good, and then let the elbows release. Slowly heel toe your feet so that they're underneath your hips. And let the arms and the head and the shoulders and the whole upper body be heavy, one vertebrae at a time. Roll yourself up. To Tadasana at the front of your mat. If you're not quite there, you can just take a step or two forward and either bring the big toes to touch or keep a little bit of space between the big toes. I tend to have a couple inches between my big toes. But try to pick up your toes and spread them out and kind of fan them down on your mat. So as if you can make the bottoms of your feet wider, really ground down through the feet, lift through the crown of the head, rotate the palms forward, and imagine those little weights on the tips of your fingers, just drawing the shoulder blades away from the ears. Take a couple breaths. Navel draws in, tailbone reaches down. So still a very active standing position, even though we're not moving as much. On your next inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. And as you exhale with a long spine, forward fold. Inhaling up to a flat back. Exhale, lower the hands, stepping back to plank. Remember, you can take chaturanga with the knees down. If you're ready for full chaturanga, keep the knees up, elbows hugged in. We never quite touch the mat. And then inhale, press through straight arms, roll the shoulders back and down, up dog, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, nice deep breaths here. If you practice that Ujjayi breathing, if you haven't already started it, definitely invite that in here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Good. Press the hands down, stretch the hips back. Beautiful, ladies. From here, bring the big toes to touch. Come all the way up onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees. Look between the hands. Pull your belly way in and either hop or step to the front of your mat. Maybe a couple hops and maybe you just step your way up. Inhaling up to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms out, around and up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, long spine, forward fold. Inhaling up to a flat back. Exhale, lower the hands. If you practice jumping back to chaturanga, go ahead. So there's lots of options here for vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga, lower the knees if you need to. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Maybe it's a baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog and hold. So although down dog is considered a resting pose, if you need a little bit more rest here, you can always come to a child's pose. Good, take some breaths. And child's pose you can come to actually whenever you want, whenever you need it. Good, inhale, lifting the right leg up into the air behind you. As you exhale, step it between the hands and lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up and move with the breath here. As you exhale, take the chest forward and reach the arms back behind you. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bow forward, reach the arms behind you. Inhale, reaching up and hold here. Draw the navel in. You have the option here to lift that back knee if you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging of a pose. Good, nice deep breaths. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. If the back knee is lifted, make sure the tailbone is tucked and the belly is drawing in. And spread the fingertips. Energy through the fingertips. Hug the triceps in toward the bones. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Reach the arms behind you and hold. Back knee can be down. And as the fingertips reach back, send the heart forward. Beautiful, ladies. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, float both hands down to the mat. And inhale, reach your right arm up for an easy twist. The back knee can be lowered as well here. If you want to work a little harder, keeping that back knee lifted. Good. Draw the right side of the rib cage back. Gaze up if it's comfortable. Very nice. If that back leg is lifted, really press through that heel. It should be super straight. Good. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release the right hand down, stepping back to plank pose. Lower to chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Relax the muscles of the face. And on your next inhale, lift the left leg up into the air behind you. And as you exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Lower the back knee to start. Moving with the breath. As you inhale, reach the arms up, chest lifts. Exhale, bow forward, reach the arms behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward, reach the arms behind you. And inhaling, reaching up and hold. Again, here you have the option to maybe lift that back knee to make it a little more energizing of a pose. If the back knee is lifted, slight bend to the knee so that we can tuck the tailbone underneath. Energy through the arms. Remember, energizing midday flow. Keep those arms energized. Reaching through the fingertips. One more in-breath. Exhale, bow forward. Reach the arms behind you and hold. Knee can be down here. Back knee can be down. Reach back through the fingertips. Send the heart and the chest forward. Deep breaths here, hovering over that front thigh. One more inhale. Exhale, float the hands down to frame the front foot. Right hand stays. Inhale, left arm lifts. Easy twist. And again, that back knee can be lowered. Good. Draw the left side of the rib cage back in space. Gaze up if it's comfortable. If that back leg is straight, you're really pressing through that heel. Beautiful. Deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, release the left hand down, stepping back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa, so maybe that's a knees down chaturanga, maybe that's a baby cobra. Moving with the breath and taking whatever modifications suit your practice. Good, hold here in down dog. If you need a little rest, take child's pose for a couple breaths. Good, from here, bring the big toes to touch. Come high up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, pull the belly in, and step or hop all the way to the front of the mat, or take a couple hops or a bunch of steps to get there. Inhaling up to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Press down to the feet, come all the way up to stand, reach the arms out, round it up. And then exhale, take the hands to the heart. Good, from here we'll set it for a tree pose, so start by grounding down on your right leg. So I'm going to mirror you, so I'm doing the opposite. So right foot presses down, left toes to the mat, left foot to the inner calf, or left foot all the way to the inner right thigh. You just don't want to be on your knee joint. So if you need to use your hand to bring it up there, I typically use my hand to help a little bit. Right? Just don't be on that knee joint. So thigh presses into the foot, foot presses into the thigh, and from there, see if you can stand a little taller. Find that energetic line that can help lift you out of this tree pose. Ground down through that bottom foot, hands meet at the center of the heart. Possibly reaching the arms up as an option here. And if you do, energy through the fingertips, right? Making this an energizing flow. What your arms do says a lot about the energy of your practice. So hug those triceps in, spread the fingertips out, and reach through the fingertips. Good, then join the palms to touch. As you exhale, bring the thumbs to the center of the heart. Let's try one more balance while we're here. So sliding your left ankle to just above the right knee, using the hands if you need to that figure four position with the legs. Hands come to the heart, and then bend the left knee any amount. And if this is not working, you can just come to a chair pose if that's a little too much for that hip. Good, keeping that top foot flexed, lift the chest. Good, press down through that left leg, straighten it, reach the arms up, inhale, and exhale, release. Good, shake that right leg out a little bit if you need to. I forgot I'm mirroring you. And we'll come right to the other side. So now rooting down through the left leg, same option. So toes are either to the mat or the floor. Foot is to the inner calf or all the way above the knee. So we do not want to be on that knee joint. Use your hand to place it on the inner thigh if you need to. And then bring the hands to the center of the heart. Now as you ground down through the left foot, press the right foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot a lot, and see if you can stand a little taller, and also help you hug into the midline a little bit. Good, stay here, or option to reach the arms up, separate the palms. Again, energize those arms, hug those triceps in, spread the fingertips out, and reach through all 10 fingertips. Right, so even your hands are active here. You can kind of feel the muscles in your hands engaging. Beautiful, deep breaths. Good, bring the palms to touch. As you exhale, draw the thumbs to the center of the heart. And maybe using your hand to place that right ankle to the top of the left knee, flexing the right foot, and then coming into a one-legged chair or a figure four leg with the figure four with the legs into chair. So bending that right knee. If this is too much, just come to regular chair. So step both feet down and you'll be in regular chair. Good, breathe wherever you are, relax your face. Good, now pressing through that right leg as you inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release everything down. Back to Tadasana. Close the eyes for just a couple breaths and observe the body. See how you feel. Observe the energetic body. Observe the temperature of the body now that we're good 20-25 minutes into moving. What can you notice that's different? Hopefully it's good things. Good. Blink the eyes open. Press down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, long spine, forward fold. Inhaling up to a flat back. Exhale, lower the hands, stepping back to plank pose and down into chaturanga. Keep the elbows hugged in. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. And on your next inhale, lift the right leg up into the air behind you. Exhale, step it between your hands. Spin the left heel down, setting the legs up for warrior one. So front heel aligns with the back heel. And inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Good, draw the navel in and to the right. Try to square the shoulders forward. And as you press down through the outer edge of the left foot, hug your right hip crease back in space. Good, one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, bow forward and hover the torso over that top leg. And then float up onto your left toe. So lift that left heel. Now we're more in a lunging position with the legs. Fingertips are reaching back. Heart is reaching forward. And then from here, step your back leg in just a touch. And start to press a little more into that right leg. And maybe the left leg lifts up into warrior three. Or maybe those left toes just stay down. Any position with the arms you'd like. Hands at heart, hands at hips. If you want to make it harder, reach your arms forward. Good. One more in-breath wherever you are. And as gracefully and as slowly as you can, bend that right knee. Reach the left toes back. Tap them back down on your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhaling, warrior two. Open the arms out to the side, adjust your feet. So now we want front heel to back heel alignment. And straighten the right leg just for a second and reach the arms up overhead. So face the long edge of your mat. Press down through the feet, reach through the fingertips. Keep facing the long edge of your mat, but exhale, bend that front knee into warrior two, but keep looking to the side. Float the arms down. And don't change anything, just your gaze. So all that changes is your gaze looks forward over the right fingertips. Good, nice deep breaths, draw the navel in. Press the front knee out toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Good, as you inhale, press that right leg straight. Setting up for triangle pose. Exhale, reaching toward the front of your mat, toward the front of your room until you can't reach anymore. And then exhale, float the hand down. If you have a block, great. Maybe the bottom hand touches the shin or the ankle or the mat, but not at the expense of that front shoulder rolling forward. So draw the left shoulder on top of the right, draw the left side of the rib cage back. Gaze up if it's comfortable. If you're in the mood to make this a little harder, right arm reaches alongside the ear, and then the left arm reaches alongside the ear. If you're happy where you are in triangle, totally feel free to stay there. Just throwing out some options. Good. From here, take the left hand to the left hip, gaze down, step your left foot in a bit, and as you shift your weight onto the right leg, setting up for half moon pose, placing your right fingertips about 1.5 feet to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Maybe you're on a block here or that pillow that you have. If you're able to, extend your left arm up. Go at half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, beautiful. So as far as energetic, I feel like this is such a good pose to kind of feel energy through the fingertips, through the heels, and through the crown of the head. So just reach out in all 5 directions. If you want to challenge yourself, gaze up. Or lift the bottom fingertips up off the mat. Kind of a couple options there if you want to work a little harder. Good. Nice and slow and in control, as graceful as you can. Bend that right knee, reach the left toes back, tap them down at your mat, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to either side of the mat. Step back either to down dog or move for a vinyasa or rest in child's pose. Remember, it's your practice, so whatever your body needs today, taking those options. Go all meet in down dog for a couple breaths. And then your next inhale, lift the left leg up into the air behind you. Exhale, step it between your hands. Spin the left heel down so the heels are aligned here for warrior one. And inhale, reach your arms straight ahead and up. Good, now draw the navel in into the left. Try to square the shoulders forward. And as you press into the outer edge of your right foot, plug your left hip crease back in space. Good, reach through the fingertips, energy through the fingertips. Breathing in here. And then as you exhale, bow forward, reach the arms behind you. Float the right heel up off the mat. As you reach back through the fingertips, send the heart forward. Step the right foot in just a little bit. And then slowly continue to press onto the left leg, straightening that left leg, warrior three. Right toes point toward the mat, or maybe your right toes just rest on the mat here. Any arm variation you'd like, hands on hips, hands to prayer. Reach the arms forward for a harder variation. Good, breathing there. Slow and as graceful as possible. Start to bend that left knee, reach the right toes back, tap them down on the mat. And as you exhale, open it out to warrior two. Good, so now the front heel is going to align with the middle of that back foot. And then again, straighten that left leg for a second, reach the arms up and face the long edge of your mat. So hips are squared to the long edge, shoulders are squared to the long edge. Keep your gaze here and just bend the left knee as you press it out toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Float the arms down alongside you. Don't change anything in the body, just gaze over the left middle finger. Right, so we have tendency to shift our whole body forward in warrior two, so that setup kind of prevents that. Good, breathe here. As you inhale, pressing that left leg straight. Exhale, hinging at the hip, reaching toward the opposite side of the room as far as you can, setting up for triangle pose. Exhale, the hand floats down, right arm reaches up. Hand can be on the shin, the ankle, the mat, maybe a block, but shoulders should be stacked. So draw the right side of the rib cage back, gaze up if it's comfortable. Again, if you want to work a little bit harder, left arm reaches forward, and then maybe the right arm reaches forward, but if you do that, make sure to keep drawing the right ribs back. If you're happy in that original arm position, then feel free to stay there. Good, from here, right hand comes to the right hip, gaze down, bend the left knee, step your right foot in, setting up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. As you shift onto the left leg, lift the right leg up behind you, left fingertips are ahead of that left foot toward the pinky toe side. And if you can, extend that right arm up. Good, think of all 5 directions, reaching through the feet, reaching through the hands, and through the crown of the head. So just feel expansion in this pose, like you can just get bigger as you reach out in 5 directions. Good, very nice. Good, from here, slowly bend the left knee, reach the right toes back, tap them back down on the mat, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior just for a breath. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, take them down to frame the front foot. Again, your choice. You could press right back to child's pose, you can press back to down dog, or you can go through your final vinyasa here on the breath. Good. And once you've made it back to down dog, everyone can come to a child's pose. Take the knees wide. Bring the big toes to touch. And then maybe the head rests on the mat. And you can let the elbows bend here. So make this a more passive child's pose. And just rock the hips from side to side a little bit. And then from here, walk the hands into the knees. And we'll shift the hips to the right to bring the legs out in front of us. If you do have a towel or pillow or bolster you'd like to sit on to lift the hips, you can absolutely do that now. And then from here, we'll bend the right knee, taking the bottom of the right foot to the mat. And bring the right hand just behind you. And as you gently press the right hand down, lift the chest and sit a little bit taller. So think of this back arm almost as like a kickstand. Gently press down, lift the chest, reach the right arm up. Left arm up. Right arm back behind you, left arm up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, twist to the right. And two options here, either hooking the elbow to the outside of the knee or just wrapping that arm around that shin. And continue to gaze over the right shoulder, but keep an active left leg. So pretend that left foot is pressing into a wall in front of you, keeping the left foot flexed. Good. As you inhale, sit a little taller. And as you exhale, see if you can find a little more rotation. Good. One more in-breath here. And then exhale, release back to center. And we'll come right into the other side, straighten the right leg, bending the left knee, bringing the bottom of the left foot to the mat. And then left hand comes behind you. Again, press the left hand down to sit a little taller. Reach the right arm up. Inhale, lengthen up as much as you can. Lengthen first, and then exhale, twist. Either hook the elbow to the outside of the knee or wrap the arm around the shin. And continue to gaze over your left shoulder as long as it's comfortable. And keeping an active right leg. So flex your right foot. Each inhale lengthens the spine. Each exhale takes you a little further into that twist. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, release back to center. From here, we'll bend both knees. Take the bottoms of the feet together and bring the heels in as far as is comfortable for you. And you can just interlace the fingers, make a little basket around the toes. And just let your back round here. Just let your head start to reach down towards the toes. If you do have a block or a pillow, if something accessible, if not, don't worry. You can maybe prop your head up if it's available. If not, no big deal. And you can also reach your arms forward if you want. You don't have to keep them around the toes, but you know, we typically don't say just round your back, but we're going to say round your back here. Just relax. Let the head be heavy. Let the shoulders be heavy. Take some deep breaths and allow your energy to start to quiet down here. Allow the muscles to start to relax instead of holding you up so much. And slowly walking the hands in. Bring the hands to the knees and place them or pick them up with your arms and straighten your legs out. And then slowly roll onto your back. And reach the arms behind you, point the toes, reach through the fingertips and circle the ankles and the wrists out. Stretch as long as you can here, just like you were waking up in the morning trying to get that first stretch in. And then bring the knees into the chest and the forehead to the knees, and try to make yourself as tiny as you can. So curl into a little tiny ball, maybe rock side to side. Good, and one more time, reach it back out, straighten the legs, reach the arms overhead. Spread the fingers out, spread the toes out, circle the ankles and the wrists around, get as long as you can here. And then knees in one more time, get as small as you can here. Take the forehead to the knees, rock side to side. And then as you release, slowly place yourself into Shavasana. So lying on the back. If you do have a pillow, you can place it under your knees. As far as alignment in this pose, we're looking for the feet to be about as wide as your mat. Let the toes fall out to the side. Face the palms up. And don't be afraid to take a little bit of a wider Shavasana. So if you have room to kind of spread the legs a little bit more and bring the arms out from your body a little bit more, you can give that a try. If you have something to place over your eyes, maybe the sleeve of a shirt to block the light out, you can do that. So take these next couple moments to set yourself up in Shavasana. And set yourself up well so that you don't want to start to fidget. If you do have my playlist on, you might want to fast forward it to the end. It's called Liquid Mind. It's a little quieter music. And just allow your body to relax, right? So we did a lot of moving, we did a lot of engaging, we did a lot of energizing. Now's your chance to just let it all go and let your body absorb all the good movements and breathing and focusing that we did. So draw your attention toward the parts of the mat that are touching the body. And just allow those parts to almost melt into the earth, letting go of holding yourself up. Separate the teeth and relax the jaw. Relax the muscles of the face. Let the eyes be a little heavier in their sockets. And let the brain feel a little heavier, as if it can rest more toward the back of the skull as your head sinks into the mat. If you notice your mind wandering, come back to the breath. Small movements back to the fingers and the toes. Circle the ankles and the wrists. And make any movements or stretches that you need to reawaken your body. And whenever you're ready, bend the knees and roll all the way onto the right side, resting your head on your bottom arm. And then slowly pressing yourself back up to a comfortable seated or kneeling position. Taking the hands together and let the thumbs come to the center of the heart. And we'll close with one Om. Inhale. Om. The light within me sees and honors the same light within each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste. Thank you, guys.